Hey everyone, it's Jonathan from Motocycology. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Your support is greatly appreciated, as always. So in today's video, it's a little bit of a deviation from the norm. I'm starting a new playlist on the channel, and it's all about motorcycles and motorcycle vlogging. So this one is kind of like a test of my tech, going out there and doing a short vlog of the areas around where I live. So hopefully that'll go well. I do have some Corvette stuff on the go. I'm rebuilding the calipers. I've got most of it filmed, waiting for some new parts to come in, and I'll complete this week and then have that one out. So stick around for that. Anyway, let's dive into this motorcycle vlog and see how it goes. Here we go. Yeah, so just doing a neighborhood tour here, and then I'm going to go out for a little run on the road. And I'm just doing first gear around here. And that second, cruising by the house. Oh, these little road worms. You gotta watch those things. Okay, well, it's Saturday, July 13th, 2024, and just going out for a ride and thinking about what an interesting world this is, with very tense times, with wars going on in Israel, Palestinian areas, and Middle East. And also with Ukraine, the invasion of Russia in there, and then to top that off, the US elections. So that's always interesting to see, for sure. Pretty nice day out today. It's warm. It's a warm one for sure. Now to close my visor. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay in there. This is really just a test run to make sure that all this stuff actually works. So I'm in fifth gear now. I'm going about 50 miles an hour, almost, or 80 kilometers an hour. And this street here is only really a 30 mile an hour road, but nobody goes that fast on that. In fact, there's somebody riding my ass already, and I'm doing a lot faster than I should. Whoa. All these little road bumps are interesting. Just trying camera positions and microphone positions for a real ride. And once we come up here and we'll go left, it's going to be a little bit faster, and that way we'll get to gauge the noise as well. But you know, it is what it is. So what else is going on in my life? I've got a new position, same career but new position, and that's in downtown Ottawa, where I live, which is great. And my son is also looking at getting his motorcycle license, which I've got mixed feelings about, because ideally I wouldn't recommend being a motorcycle rider to anyone unless it's something that you absolutely want to do. you have to be capable of doing that. So I'm going to go over and block this lane here as I get ready for my left turn. So see how I do that? That way the guy behind me who wants to go right doesn't sneak up beside me and do that. And that's part of the proper ways to do the turns. Once I start my motorcycle course, I guess, I'll show all the details on how to do the clutch, the brakes, what's the proper position to hold your hands in, and things like that. So we're in 4th gear. We're doing just over 50 miles an hour here, and I'll let this guy ahead just get a little bit further ahead, and that way I can spool it up a little bit to go around the corners. So I've just going about 60 kilometers an hour right now. There's somebody else on the motorcycle. Give the guy the salute there. And I think I'm good to accelerate a little bit. So I'm going to lean over here a bit, and then I'm going to cut in, right? And so this is 4th gear. 5th gear, that's a little bit jumpy. So on here, and then kind of like lean in. That's a really good way to do the turn. And then get back into your left tire track, which is basically straight ahead. And we're doing about 60 miles an hour right now, or 100 kilometers an hour. And most of the time you ride in the left tire track, and it's just the safest way to be. It's a more aggressive stance, I guess. And anyway, we're going around this curve at just over 100 kilometers an hour, which is, you know, fine. I've done it faster in the past. All right, there we go. I'm going to roll off the power a little bit, stay in the same gear, and just kind of cruise it down a bit. I might drop it in 5th here. So it's in 5th. We're coming up to a left-hand turn. So I'm going to sneak over to the right-hand lane, and then I'm going to come into the turn this way. Look. Going a little bit faster here. I don't know what angle I'm on, probably like a 10-degree angle or whatever, but it's fine. A little bit sharper coming in here. Say goodbye to that van as we go by. And once I straighten out, I'll put it in 6th gear there, and then I'm gonna hit the throttle a bit. I'm sure you couldn't hear anything during that time, so yeah, that's where we are right here. I'm going to make a left up here. Gear down a little bit, 5th, 4th. I think I'll take this one in 2nd gear here. I'll just cut in front right now. It's good. And just come on down into this small town here. Fourth gear right here. Wow, that looks nice, that field. Fresh mown, super green grass, so looks so pretty, smells nice. And we're coming into this small town here. I'll just sweep it down. Wow. And we got a little slopey S here, which is kind of cool. I'll come over to this side a bit. That just eliminates a lot of the curve, the apex of the curve, I guess. Nice. It's a waterfall to the right there. Over this cool little bridge here. It's pretty good. And then coming down into this road here, the mighty Mississippi River over there, which is kind of cool. Different Mississippi, as I always say. Woo! I got the chills there. It's like somebody walked over my future grave, I guess. Don't they say things like that? And we're just coming down this little curve here. Yeah, so far, I don't see the wire as a big deal for short trips. Might be, I don't know. We'll see. And we've got a golf course coming up here on the left and the driving range on the right. This has to be one of the greener, you know, mid-July summers that we've had here in a long time. We've had a ton of rain. There's the golf course. It's a private course. It's nice. And we're just kind of cruising along in fourth gear here. Easy bike ride. When we get to the end of this road, we'll be taking a left and then going into town a little bit. I didn't necessarily have to do that. Like, I'll stay in this lane here. It's really helpful and useful to be a defensive driver, I guess. All right, so we're getting ready for a left turn. I'm gonna move over more to the center just to block this. So you wanna block people going left or right. This one's hard, though. People will probably go on the shoulder, but you know what? Do the best you can, and off we go. Oh, I hate these road snakes. You got to be really careful of those road snakes for sure, and get your front tire wiggling around in those. Okay, here we go. This is a great little corner. I'll be taking it in fifth gear, going about 90, which is 10 kilometers more than the speed limit, but totally acceptable, I guess. It's a great long winding corner. I really like it. And I'm just cruising at sixth gear, almost 100 kilometers an hour. And dropping the speed right down to 50 here, so I can click it down into fifth gear and then into fourth. You hear that little growl noise like rumma. There's lots of different ways you can gear down. You see people like to play with their machines to make interesting noises when they gear down. I'll show you what I mean. And here we go. Well, I might not be able to get around to doing this. Over a couple of local bridges here, fourth gear, 70 kilometers or 40 miles an hour. Can warm up the old tires here. Fifth gear. Somebody got a nice aquamarine C4 Corvette, it looked like. Not my favorite style. I like the C3s. I like a lot of the modern ones too, but I didn't really like the C4 too much. All right, here we go. And this is always interesting, especially when somebody's in the left turn lane. It's not so hard when there's cars, but if you have a truck in there, okay, this is nasty. There we go. You just got to take your time there, guys. Don't rush it. But that's an awful, on a motorcycle, I don't like doing left turns when you can't see the lane because other cars block it. So that's potentially dangerous. And we're back in the neighborhood. Wow. That's a little bit too fast for the neighborhood. And I'm just going to go straight into the garage. And then I got to get ready to cut the grass, mow the lawn type of thing, you know. It's due. And in we go. Boom. Perfect. Hey everyone, hopefully you enjoyed that video and came out for a quick motorcycle vlog on the 13th of July 2024. Saw some of my local area. Probably do a little bit more of these things and have a chit chat along the way as I do them. I'm still working on Corvette stuff and I have those videos up and ready to go, and I'll be releasing them as soon as I finish a few odds and ends on those. So thanks very much for sticking around, watching the videos. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you back here next time.